What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Joe's Madness. If you have a passion for combat sports, punch that subscribe button into submission. And if you enjoy this video, slap the like button like a pimp, share the video with your family and friends, and let us know down below in the comment section your thoughts and opinions on this prediction and preview. So we got the Ultimate Fighter 25 finale, and what should be a badass fight in the middleweight division with Elias Theodorou versus Brad Tavares. Both of these men have very intense skill sets in MMA. Now, Brad has got 4 losses with 14 wins, and Elias has 14 wins with 1 loss. The Spartan versus Brad. This should be a very fun fight. For me, I feel that for Brad to win this, he has to close off the cage to Elias, because Elias likes to move around a lot and move away. Brad has power to knock him out, but Elias has that power as well too, with the angles and the cuts that he makes and punching guys. You know what I mean? He has some TKOs to his name and submissions, and Brad does as well. Now, I am going to be going with Elias Theodorou to win this one by KO TKO in the second round over Brad Tavares. Brad Tavares has lost twice by KO TKO and twice by decision. He's never been submitted in his pro MMA career, so I don't believe that will happen. I don't think Elias will be able to get Brad to the ground and get him into a submission attempt. If he gets him to the ground, it would most likely be to where he ends up getting a TKO onto Brad. But for Brad to win this one, I kind of feel like he's got to keep this standing and, like I said, close that cage off to Elias. So Elias is able to move around very slick and smooth, as we had seen when he had fought Sam Alvey. He did not want to engage and get knocked out by that man. That man has some devastating power in his hands, and he kind of did play the same game with Cesar Ferreira, but I believe he took him down to the ground and kind of smothered him, from what I recall. Now, he lost to Thiago Santos by a decision, so Thiago kind of laid the blueprint as to how to beat Elias, in my opinion, because that's the only time he's ever lost. But I feel Elias had learned a lot from that fight, from losing. He does have 5 KO TKOs to his name with 2 submissions and 6 decision wins, and the lone loss he has is by decision. The last time he had picked up a TKO was over Roger Navarra at UFC 185 by TKO in the second round in 2015. So it's been over 2 years since he stopped anybody inside the cage. Earlier on in his career, he had he's kind of spread out through his career, actually, with the TKO victories, which is kind of interesting. But Brad, man, he is only lost to some elite names, Robert Whitaker, Tim Bosch, the Barbarian, Yoel Romero, 2 guys who are fighting on the co-main event at UFC 213 for the middleweight interim championship, are 2 guys that Brad had lost to. He does have a win over Nate Marquardt, though, and Lorenzo Larkin, to name a few guys. So he has some wins over some big names. It's kind of interesting that neither one of these guys are ranked in the UFC top 15. So that's kind of surprising to me. But I'm going with Elias to win this one. I feel he's gonna after the first round, he'll be able to make the adjustments he needs to pick up that TKO or KO in the second round. If you agree with me, let me know down below in the comment section. If you disagree with me, let me know as well. Let me know who you're going for, how you think they're going to win, and what round as well, if you want to pick a round. You know what I mean? So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to take a moment and slap that like button like a pimp, share the video with your family and friends, and punch that subscribe button into submission here at Joe's Madness on YouTube if you have not subscribed yet. Combat sports is awesome, and you guys are amazing. I will be doing live play-by-play commentary streaming tomorrow for the TUF 25 finale and for the UFC 213 as well. I'm going to be trying to do all the fights, all 24 fights. They'll be happening. I might have to take a break, and because I have things I have to do at times. So, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Thanks for watching and listening.